So when we're talking about variances, what the variance is the difference between total hours worked in ADP versus total hours scheduled. And the reason we do variances is because we schedule one thing to happen, and we need to make sure what actually happens matches what we had scheduled and planned for. So that's where we're going through and we're making sure that ADP, which is what was actually worked, matches what was scheduled, which is what we planned to have worked. So variances will show up in red, and they're the variances for the whole entire week. And it's the supervisor's job to look into each day to figure out where the variance happens. So this day, she worked about 10 minutes more than she was probably scheduled to. Not a huge variance. This day, I'm seeing we scheduled her to work 7.25 hours, which is 7 minutes and 7 hours and 15 minutes. But ADP says that she only worked about 6 hours, 5.87 hours. So we're going to go ahead and look into why. I'm going to pull up her schedule for the day that I'm looking at, which is the 2nd of July. And I'm looking at okay, so she had some VTO in the morning. She had some in the afternoon. It looks like she texted Harry about having a doctor's note, but we didn't mark what time she came in. So in order to figure out what should actually we'd be looking at, we're going to look at ADP. And it's like, okay, so it looks like she worked from 11:18 to 1, clocked out for lunch, then her last break, and left at 5:53. Okay, so we have her on the schedule starting at 9:30, but she clocked it in at 11:18, or at least someone clocked her in at that time. So I'm going to check her time card. I'm going to go to reports, go to agent states. From here, I'm going to select the time frame. Right now, I'm looking at July 2nd, the first hour of the day, July 2nd on the last hour of the day. I ran a report, and under username, I went and just looked at agent 521, which is the agent I'm looking for. And I can see she went into ready at 11:20 Eastern Standard Time. Now, remember that these are in Eastern Standard Time, and we are in Mountain Standard Time. So 11 in the Eastern Standard Time is 9 a.m. our time. So let's see right here. We have the handy dandy time zone sheet to use. If I see 11 when I'm looking at NC3, my conversion is 9 in MST. So I look for the 11 at military, and I connect that to the MST equivalency. So she's actually supposed to be clocked in when she's in ready, which was 9:20. So we're going to go ahead and update that to 9:20 a.m. And once we do that, you can see that she worked actually in actuality 7 hours and 50 minutes that day, which matches what we have here. It looks like she was scheduled to work 7 hours and 15 minutes. So we scheduled her to work 7 hours and 15 minutes. Let's see what she actually worked. She came in at 9. We're just going to quickly double check the breaks that she took. Okay, so that break from 1 to 1:22. I know that because 1300 in MST is 11 for MST. So let's see. It looks like her break from 11 to 11:20 wasn't included. So I'm going to add a blank row, and I'm going to do 11 a.m. to 11:22 a.m. because I'm just matching what I'm seeing in NC3. Okay, so she clocked out for her meal, and she clocked out at 52. So now that matches what was worked, we want to make sure that the schedule matches what we found in ADP, which she worked more like 9:20. Okay, perfect. And so we see in the schedule